Hello, today's video we have the following content.
370,000 people are arguing. What happened to the box office and reviews of The Legend of the Condor Heroes? In the 2025 Spring Festival, the pre-sale box office of The Legend of the Condor Heroes, The Greatest Hero exceeded 272 million, but the box office declined after its release, and the dub score of 5.5 caused controversy. The film adaptation and fighting scenes were criticized, and Zhan's roadshow incident became the focus. The film and television industry faces two major problems: the adaptation of classic IPs and the improvement of the scoring mechanism. In the 2025 Spring Festival, the film market was so lively that it was like a carnival of blockbusters. Among these many films, The Legend of the Condor Heroes, The Greatest Hero, directed by Sui Hark and starring Zhan and Zhuang Defei, is particularly eye-catching. Jin Yong's martial arts fans are full of expectations for this work, but after the film was released, the box office and word of mouth caused a lot of waves and controversy. In the pre-sale stage, the film had a super momentum. With the powerful charm of the classic IP The Legend of the Condor Heroes and Zhan's high popularity, the pre-sale box office has exceeded 272 million, firmly ranking among the top 6 in Chinese film history. Jin Yong's The Legend of the Condor Heroes has a large number of fans, from novel fans to TV drama viewers, and the foundation is very deep. Sui Hark is known as a martial arts genius. His previous works such as New Dragon and have unique styles and are deeply loved by the audience, making the audience full of expectations for his new work. And Zhan's fans are even more powerful. They actively buy tickets and promote enthusiastically, which directly pushes the expectations of the film to a climax. On the first day of the Lunar New Year, the film raked in 258 million box office, ranking 4th on the box office list of the day. But who would have thought that the box office would begin to decline rapidly afterwards? The reason is that the competition during the Spring Festival is extremely fierce. Nezhe, The Devil Boy Conquers the Dragon King attracted many families with children with its previous good reputation. Detective Chinatown 1900 continued to be funny and suspenseful, and won the love of many audiences, and the second part of The Gods, Warren Ziki also performed quite well with the popularity and wonderful plot of the previous work. Surrounded by so many strong opponents, it is really difficult for The Legend of the Condor Heroes, The Greatest Hero to stand out. The film itself has some problems. Dub score is only 5.5, and 370,000 people participated in the scoring, with different reviews. Some viewers think that the adaptation is too outrageous, and Guojing's growth process is greatly reduced, resulting in a lack of depth in the character image. In addition, the fighting scenes rely too much on special effects, losing the real feeling of fist to flesh in martial arts films. The plot rhythm is also a bit dragged, which makes people a little impatient. Once the reputation declines, it will naturally have a significant impact on the subsequent box office trends. Zhan's roadshow incident has become the focus of controversy over the film's reputation, especially when he was accused of being too intimate on the scene, which attracted widespread public attention. This incident quickly occupied the forefront of public opinion in a short period of time, making the film's already complicated reputation even worse. And with the slump in dub's ratings, many people began to question whether there was malicious scoring. Judging from the data, the number of people who rated this film compared with the films of the same period did seem a bit abnormal. Some netizens found that not only a large number of users who had not watched the film at all participated in the rating, but even some overseas IP addresses participated in it, and the film had not yet been released overseas. This phenomenon has aroused strong suspicion, and many people suspect that there are groups and organizations behind the scenes who are maliciously brushing the score and deliberately creating negative public opinion for this work. This situation not only makes the audience question the true evaluation of the film, but also challenges the credibility of the rating platform. Although online ratings should be a channel for real feedback from the audience, if they are maliciously manipulated or used by non-movie watching groups, the role of the platform will be greatly reduced. Especially when there is an obvious contradiction between the rating data and the box office, the doubts are even stronger. In the face of these public opinion storms, in addition to the quality of the film itself, the public's attention and reflection on unfair behavior are becoming increasingly strong. How to ensure the fairness of the rating system and prevent malicious scoring may be an important issue that major platforms need to solve in the future. At the same time, Movie fans should also treat the advantages and disadvantages of the works more rationally, and support their favorite works with real feelings, rather than blindly following the negative emotions on the internet. The phenomenon you mentioned is very interesting. Indeed, the differences between rating platforms often lead to completely different evaluation results, especially when there are significant differences in the user groups and rating mechanisms of different platforms. On Douban, the composition of users is mainly literary youth and senior movie fans. They usually have high requirements for the artistry, plot depth, character creation and original restoration of the film, so the rating standards are relatively strict. Moreover, Douban's rating mechanism is relatively loose. Anyone can participate in the rating, even if they have not watched the film. They can give a rating, which leaves room for malicious ratings. In contrast, the user groups of Taopao and Maoyan are mainly ordinary audiences, who are more concerned about the intuitive viewing experience, such as the visual effects of the film, the performance of the actors, and whether the plot is easy to understand. Therefore, their rating standards may be relatively loose, and they pay more attention to the entertainment and viewing experience of the film, which also leads to generally higher ratings on these platforms. In particular, on these platforms, only users who actually buy tickets to watch the film can rate, which to a certain extent ensures the authenticity of the ratings of the raters, thereby avoiding some malicious ratings. In addition, commercial promotion is also one of the important factors affecting the ratings. Since Taopao and Maoyan have a relatively close cooperation with film companies, the film companies usually promote them on these platforms more vigorously, which may also drive the ratings of some users, making the rating data higher. The influence of this commercial promotion often makes the ratings on these platforms appear more optimistic. There are many reasons for the difference in ratings between platforms, including differences in user groups, as well as the influence of rating mechanisms and commercial factors. For the audience, only by looking at the ratings of different platforms rationally and combining multiple evaluations can we have a more comprehensive understanding of the advantages and disadvantages of a film. The two important issues you mentioned are indeed frequent challenges faced by the current film and television industry, especially the controversy over classic IP adaptations. The adaptation of classic IP is not just a simple reproduction of the original story, but innovation based on respect for the original work to adapt to the needs and aesthetics of modern audiences. But is the film The Legend of the Condor Heroes, the greatest hero shows, creators do face a huge dilemma between innovation and inheritance. Classic IPs come with a strong fan base and emotional accumulation, especially for a beloved work like The Legend of the Condor Heroes. The original fans have deep feelings and clear expectations for it. They not only expect the film to faithfully restore the original plot, but also expect to inherit the spiritual core and characteristics of the original. However, the tastes of modern movie audiences are more diverse, and creators also need to provide more ornamental and entertaining elements for new audience groups. Therefore, how to maintain the essence of the original while adding new elements suitable for modern audiences has become a difficult problem that creators must balance. The Legend of the Condor Heroes, the greatest hero tried to innovate, but some details of the adaptation failed to be recognized by the original fans, leading to their disappointment. Especially when dealing with the image and plot of classic characters, a slight deviation may cause controversy. Many adapted works fail to find the balance between innovation and inheritance, and as a result, they easily fall into two extremes. On the one hand, they are too conservative, resulting in a lack of novelty in the works. On the other hand, they are overly innovative, resulting in the loss of the charm and spiritual connotation of the original work, which in turn triggers strong resentment from the original fans. In the process of adapting classic IPs, creators need to grasp this balance more carefully. On the basis of respecting the original work, they cleverly integrate the needs of modern audiences, retain the core charm of the original work, and make breakthroughs in vision and plot, so as to gain wider recognition. This is a long-term issue facing the film and television industry, and it is also the key to the success of many classic IP adaptations. The scoring mechanism issue you mentioned is indeed an important challenge facing the current film and television industry, especially in the context of the increasingly serious phenomenon of malicious scoring, which affects the fair evaluation of movies. The existing scoring mechanism relies too much on a single subjective score, which is often easily affected by online public opinion, fan behavior, and even malicious operations, making the scoring results not objective and accurate enough. In order to more comprehensively evaluate the quality of a movie, it is indeed necessary to introduce a multidimensional evaluation system. This system can not only integrate the scores of ordinary audiences, but also consider the opinions of professional film critics and industry experts, who can provide more in-depth analysis and evaluation from a professional perspective. In addition, industry data analysis should also be used as an important reference factor, such as box office results, viewing time, audience feedback, etc. These data can help more accurately evaluate the real influence of the film and the audience's satisfaction. The introduction of technical means is also the key to solving the problem of malicious ratings. Using big data and artificial intelligence technology, the platform can monitor rating behavior in real time and identify abnormal rating patterns. For example, when a large number of low scores are concentrated in the same region or IP in a short period of time, or when they are repeated in similar comments and rating behaviors, technical means can be used to mark and screen, thereby reducing the situation of malicious ratings. At the same time, the platform can strengthen the review of user behavior to ensure that the rater is a person who has actually watched the film, rather than a pure rating person. Strengthening the supervision of the rating platform is another important measure to ensure the fairness of the rating. The platform should establish a more complete rating review mechanism, regularly check and clean up malicious ratings, and protect the rights and interests of real users. In addition, the platform can also cooperate with film companies, industry experts, etc. to jointly formulate more scientific and reasonable rating standards to avoid the misleading caused by a simplified rating system. The fairness of movie ratings requires not only the support of platforms and technologies, but also the in-depth thinking and improvement of the evaluation system by the entire industry. Only by establishing a more diversified and accurate rating system can we better present the true face of the film to the audience, and more effectively eliminate the influence of malicious ratings, so as to ensure the audience's viewing experience and the healthy development of the film industry. The box office and word-of-mouth competition of The Legend of the Condor Heroes, The Greatest Hero, has indeed sounded the alarm for the film and television industry, revealing the deep-seated problems in the adaptation and rating mechanism of classic IP. The adaptation of classic IP needs to be innovative on the basis of retaining the essence of the original work, which is not only a challenge for creators, but also a requirement for the entire industry. While maintaining the core spirit of the classic story, how to make the new generation of audiences feel fresh and entertaining is a difficult problem that creators must face. Only by finding a balance between innovation and inheritance can the adaptation of classic IP be recognized by the original fans and attract more audiences. The problem of the rating mechanism cannot be ignored. Malicious ratings and unfair evaluation methods often lead to the misleading reputation of a work and affect the audience's choice. The current rating mechanism relies too much on subjective ratings, lacks effective supervision and filtering, and is easily affected by fan behavior and commercial hype. Therefore, the film and television industry urgently needs to establish a more comprehensive and multidimensional evaluation system, which should not only combine the audience's intuitive feelings, but also introduce the opinions and data analysis of professional film critics to ensure the fairness and accuracy of the ratings. We need to look at the advantages and disadvantages of movies rationally, and avoid blindly following the trend or being swayed by malicious ratings. Through real and objective evaluations, we can help promote the film and television industry in a healthier and fairer direction. At the same time, we also hope that creators can continue to innovate on the basis of respecting the original works, improve the quality of their works, and bring more good works worth looking forward to the audience. The improvement of classic IP adaptation and scoring mechanism is an urgent problem to be solved in the current film and television industry. Only by being fair, objective and innovative in both creation and evaluation can we promote the healthy development of the entire industry and meet the increasingly discerning aesthetic needs of the audience.
Thank you for watching the video. If this is your first time watching a video, please subscribe to the channel, like and leave your comments to help us develop your channel.